Hello, Williamson County. I'm Kerri Hudson, and welcome to It's About You, an informational program about the classes, activities, and special events of the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. Well, I know we're still technically in the winter months, but spring is just around the corner, and plans and preparations for Williamson County Parks and Recreation's spring and summer activities are already in full swing. Today we continue our warm weather topics with our Senior and Therapeutics Administrator, Tracy Hambi. She's here today to talk about upcoming Therapeutic spring programs, plus their ever-popular summer camp, Camp Will. Tracy, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Well, I love talking about the Therapeutics Division and what you all offer to the community through this aspect of Williamson County Parks and Recreation. I know a lot of times when people think of a Parks and Recreation Department, their general inclination is to go towards a fitness, sport-based idea of what we offer to the community, but in retrospect, our department actually does a great job in offering a well-rounded program of recreation activities for people of varying abilities and interest levels, and the Therapeutic Division is just one of the things I think that makes us so special in the types of programs and services that we offer to the community. Start off by telling us a little bit about the Therapeutics Division and kind of what you all do through that umbrella in Williamson County Parks and Recreation.
Okay. Well, we offer a little bit of everything. So our Therapeutics Division is geared towards individuals with disabilities. We offer programming for youth, adolescents, on up through young adults. Everything from monthly socials, respite care, to sports groups. So a little bit of everything depending on what a person's interest is. We also offer this throughout several of our different facilities, Franklin, Longview, and Spring Hill. So, not Spring Hill, Nolensville. Seems like we're all over.
That's true. Well, it is getting that way. Just over the past several years, it's been amazing to watch this program really grow in the number of locations where therapeutic recreation programming is offered to the public, as well as in the programs that you offer through the department itself.
Right.
We do want to spend quite a bit of time today talking about some of those individual programs and some of the different kind of activities that people can participate in that you offer through the Therapeutic Recreation Division, and we'll start off with the spring session. Obviously, that's coming up.
Right.
March, April, and May programming is just around the corner for us, and we'll start off by talking about some of your monthly activities that you all offer. A good number of your monthly programs do take place at the Franklin Recreation Complex.
Right.
That was the first facility that offered therapeutic recreation programs, and it still is where you probably have your largest ongoing set of numbers as far as participants and programs.
It's the most established.
Exactly. Yes. Thank you. Yes, that handled the whole thing I was trying to say. And you do have a great variety of different types of therapeutic recreation programs that you offer at the Franklin Rec Center. We want to start talking about those today. One thing that I do want to point out, though, as we're going through this list of programming, is how you and your staff constantly evolve this program. Some of the programs have kind of been with the Therapeutic Recreation Division since you guys started offering programs to the public, but you're always constantly adding things, tweaking things, putting new stuff into the mix to see how it'll play out with people, and if there's maybe a certain group of individuals or a certain interest that you're not meeting for these individuals.
Right, and you know, growth in Williamson County has just been tremendous over the years, and it's just going to keep on growing and growing and growing, and so our families are a great asset for us. We get constant feedback on things that people would like to see happen with Parks and Rec and new program ideas that kind of stem off from that. So you're right, it's ever evolving. We constantly change things up just to kind of see what type of response we're going to get.
Absolutely. Let's start off talking about Miscellaneous Mondays. This is still a fairly new program. You've been doing it for a little over a year. Talk to us a little bit about this program and kind of what you guys do with it.
Perfect. It is a weekly program. Typically, it's a month-long session, and each month might vary. One month may be more fitness-based. Maybe we're working on some exercises, whether land-based or water. Another month might be making a special arts and crafts project, something a little bit more in depth that might take a couple of weeks to work on. healthy eating. We've done everything, sweet treats in December, making gifts for other people. So every single month is a different theme. Like I said, the class meets on Mondays, typically from 4 to 5. And it's a nice little close-knit group of folks that we have attend this. It ranges anywhere from 8 participants maybe to 12. And so they have a lot of fun, and they're working on a project that's a little bit more in-depth, that it's something that they can be proud of at the end and share with somebody else or gift it to somebody else. We work on a variety of different hobbies.
Yes, and it's always nice to see, like you said, the varying topics that you introduce through this program, so that it always stays fresh in a sense, and there's always something new that's being introduced to the group on a monthly basis. One of the great fitness programs that you offer is Fitness Fun.
Fitness Fun.
Yes, this has been a wonderful program to watch kind of grow and adapt with the people who participate.
Right. So this program is also offered at Franklin on Wednesdays from 4 to 4:50. We do some light weight action first, typically with free weights, with the resistant bands. Sometimes we might pull out the medicine balls, working on gaining some core strength and some other light exercises. Then we always end with some sort of aerobic component. Typically it's walking. We've got a fantastic indoor track as well as an outdoor trail at the Franklin Recreation Complex. So we usually utilize one of those two, weather permitting. So again, it's the great same core group of people. We range anywhere from 8 participants to maybe 12 participants. So it's a smaller dynamic, and we're really able to work with the participants one-on-one if needed to help them get through the motion of an exercise so they're doing it appropriately too.
One of the more social programs that you offer is called Recreation Nights. These are monthly programs that vary every month with a different theme or activity.
So everything from movie and a dinner to a progressive dinner night to dances with the DJ. You're right. We offer a variety of different things, and they do. We will have anywhere between 30 to 50 people depending on what the event is. You know, with Valentine's Day coming up, we have a big dance that's coming up with the DJ, a sweetheart dance, and so things like that. And like I said, a progressive dinner coming up soon too that's Italian themed. So it's always changing, always something fun, and our crew love it. They love to get to see their friends. They love to eat the great food that we serve. It's a whole package.
And Recreation Night is one of the events that periodically will take place outside of the rec center, and you go out into the community to find new attractions and establishments to visit as well.
That's true. Sometimes we do offsite excursions. It could be going to paint pottery, maybe like at Third Coast Clay. It might be going out to dinner and learning how to go out to dinner, how to interact with your peers, how to pay your bill. You know, there's all different things that we work on, but it's a fun program.
Yes, it is. Another fitness-based program is Games Galore, where each month you introduce a new sport component to participants.
We do. We work on various different sport fundamentals. But then what makes it kind of fun too is we don't limit ourselves to kickball or soccer or whatever sport it may be. It might be large group relay races or scooter hockey, minute to win it type games. And so we kind of make it a little bit more broad, but it's fun. There's a lot of healthy competition that goes on. Sometimes my coworker Jane, she's the one who plans all these activities, will involve some sort of prize, and so that always gives that extra incentive to do really well with something. So it's a lot of fun different things that we work on with that program as well.
Yeah, and you bring up Jane and talking about her and really all of your staff. Love how invested you all are in the programs that you offer and the participants in the programs. It's wonderful when you see them really championing for a person, or that they know that so and so always participates in this specific program and they want to build something into it that they know that person will enjoy.
Well, and a lot of our families too are ones that we've known for quite some time. Maybe they were active with Camp Will, they've aged out of the program, so now this is the next step. They're getting involved with the programs that we have to offer for adults. And so it's nice we work hard to build a great rapport with our families and maintain those relationships, and it's been a great thing for my staff.
And then a brand new program, because you're always throwing out something
Thursday.
new. Yes, a new program for the Franklin Rec Center, Throwback Thursdays. It's one Thursday night a month. What kind of activities are you guys looking to incorporate with this event?
Everything retro. So from 50s diner night with hamburgers and milkshakes and root beer floats to going to see a remake of a movie that might be adding a twist to a classic. So anything that's retro and old that's being revamped, that's what we're trying. And the nice thing about this program too is we already offered a certain number of evening activities per week. We now offer something every single Thursday. And so a lot of our families, that's gotten to be where they may drop off their kids, and that's when mom and dad get a chance to go out to dinner or take care of something to where they're just getting a little bit of a break. So it's a nice
let's
respite
be realistic.
service.
They're grocery shopping without their
Maybe
children.
so. Maybe so.
Anything that you can think of, but absolutely. Well, I'm really excited about Throwback Thursdays simply because I think I'm going to see some neat outfits coming through the door on Thursday nights for these events.
Depending on what the theme is, you will, for sure.
Well, aside from the Franklin Recreation Complex, you guys also have been offering therapeutic recreation programs at 2 other Parks and Rec locations, at the Williamson County Recreation Complex at Nolensville, and also at the Longview Recreation Center at Spring Hill. And at different times of the year, you really try to gear up those programs to try to get a certain level of interest and participation from those communities. One of the things that I think has been great that you guys have done utilizing these other facilities is expanding the Respite program. Respite's always been one of our most popular therapeutic recreation programs, and typically it had always been held at the Franklin Rec Center, and we would do 1 Respite a month. But with the inclusion of therapeutic services at other facilities, it's nice that you guys have added a second rotating Respite into the mix every month to give more opportunity to people to participate in these day-long programs. But I feel like I've probably said a little too much already, but tell us about Respite and what that program entails.
So Respite for us is basically a shortened version of a Camp Will day. It's geared towards individuals that are 6 through the age of 23, so there is a specific age limit to it compared to some of our other programs. But Respite basically is giving mom and dad a good break. The program is offered for 5 hours, and so it's something that we do everything from arts and crafts projects to swimming, scavenger hunts, all kinds of different fun activities. The nice thing about it too is if a person is signed up for one location and there's availability at another, you might potentially be able to sign up your child for more than 1 respite. So that's 2 weekends out of the month that you're guaranteed that they're going to have a good time. We do rotate between the 2 facilities. We've got families all throughout the county, and so we felt that would be fair to offer one on one side of the county and then the other on the other side of the county. So it's a great program that we have. We typically staff it with folks that have worked our Camp Will program. We provide total care for this, so that's another nice thing to note. Personal care is provided. We do have a nurse on staff that is able to take care of any changes, medications, whatever have you. So it's a fun afternoon.
It is. And then one of the most popular programs that you offer at all 3 sites in Franklin, Nolensville, and Spring Hill every month are the Potluck and Bingo socials.
People love bingo. They love a bingo and they love to eat. So that's something where it's a free program. We provide the meat and drinks. The participant just needs to bring maybe a side dish or a dessert, whatever their preference. We eat, we enjoy each other's company, and then the last hour of the event is playing bingo for prizes. So everything fun that you can imagine, from movies to maybe art paper and nice pencils and pens to fuzzy throws, everything, name it, we've had it as a prize.
And Potluck and Bingo is one of those things that was kind of one of the initial programs that was offered when this division first was incorporated into Parks and Recreation. But it's always been so popular, and the crowds for it have always been so large. You can't let it go. It's one of the main staples, but it is beloved.
We have a great crowd all across the board for this program, and it's a very fun evening.
Well, we still have more therapeutic activities to talk about. Y'all stay tuned. When we come back, we'll be spending more time talking to Tracy Hambi, Williamson County Parks and Recreation's Senior and Therapeutics Administrator.
Nothing will stand in our way. I will finish what you started.
You know the library has a Star Wars club. Have you seen The Force Awakens? Come and chat about it and the other movies in the series. Bonus, you can dress up as your favorite Star Wars character, play Star Wars games, and chat all about things Star Wars. Led by our teen Star Wars expert.
Welcome back to It's About You. We're talking today about therapeutic programming offered by the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. Before the break, we were talking about the ongoing monthly programs that the department offers for therapeutic recreation, and we hadn't quite finished yet. We've been talking about several different kinds of programs, but we didn't even touch on the seasonal bowling program, which has always been highly popular.
If we had that program year-round, we would have so many happy people.
I bet you would. And then there's also a brand new program that you're starting at the Williamson County Recreation Complex at Nolensville.
Right, so we're offering a therapeutic day program that meets one afternoon a month. Folks need to be more on the independent side, but other than that, they're working on everything from gaining some independence and confidence, working on some social skills, all kinds of fun stuff. So it's geared towards adults, so ideally those folks need to be the young adult range, so 15, 16, 17, somewhere in there would be fine to be classified as a young adult, and they do all kinds of fun stuff with that program. So.
Yeah. So again, something new for people to look forward to, another type of program that wasn't available before, that just provides more opportunity for people to participate in these kind of programs. We've talked about a lot of different individual programs, but I think the most important thing that we need people to know about is how they can get more information, specific event dates, registration periods, and participation costs.
Sure.
Everything but the monthly potluck and bingo social does have a programming fee attached to it, and in most cases they are nominal compared with the level of interaction and service that's available through the program itself. But people can get that information through our website at www.wcparksandrec.com. From the homepage, you would just select the Seniors and Therapeutics tab across the top, and you can scroll down in there for more program information as well as register for programs.
Correct. So on the website too, all of our spring information is currently on there. So we give a description of what the activity is. We do offer online registration, so the code for each program is also listed. And then if families would like more a quarter at a glance, if you will, we also offer a PDF version of a quarterly newsletter that is specific to our Therapeutics Division, where it lists all the activities and events that we have going on across the board, whether it's Franklin, Longview, or Nolensville. That information is also on our website. So folks can register online directly from our website, or we also offer a kiosk at all of our main facilities. If they wanted to come in person and register for an activity, that would be an option for them as well too. So, and as far as the fees, yeah, you nailed it. Everything from $5 maybe. I think our most expensive program is maybe $20. So we try to keep it affordable, knowing that some folks are working on a budget.
Yes, absolutely. Well, let's move on into the summer and talk about one of the keystone summer programs of the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department, our Therapeutic Day Camp, Camp Will. Camp Will has a storied history in Williamson County. It's been going on for decades within this community, and actually only became a Parks and Recreation Department program in the 1990s.
Late 1990s.
Late 1990s, I believe it was. This has been an exceptional program for many, many years, and I think everyone that's involved with it, that knows about the program, that's had has participants in the program now or prior participants, naturally, they cannot help it. They fall in love with it.
Right, and we offer all kinds of fun and wonderful experiences that, even though it's geared for folks with disabilities, they're typical summer camp experiences. Everything from sports, arts and crafts, swimming, the fun things that you would want your kid to be able to experience throughout the summer months when they're on a break from school. But then we also offer specialized activities as well. We typically will staff a dance therapist, music, art. We offer a lot of special events, everything from a performance by the Nashville Ballet to a visit from the Nashville Zoo. So we offer a lot of fun and different experiences. The nice thing about this program is it typically will take place for the majority of the summer, Monday through Friday from 9 to 3. Our campers do need to range in age from 6 through 23 and need to be a Williamson County resident. So we do have some policies in place that families need to be mindful of, but it's a fun-packed summer. That seems to be the word for the day, fun.
It is.
We typically will divide our camp into different ages and try to keep all of our youth campers together, adolescent and young adults. So it makes it to where you will go through this experience and hopefully make some friends and get to meet some folks that maybe don't go to school with you. And we've got families that outside of camp might get their kids together just to have an afternoon to play. So it's been a fun way for families to network too.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And so excited this year that you guys are expanding into 2 locations for camp.
We are branching out. This summer we're going to be at Walnut Grove Elementary and as well as Winston Elementary. So the support we get from Williamson County Schools is what makes this possible for us. So the continuous support has just been tremendous.
And it's nice to see Camp Will growing. Camp Will has always been very popular. It's always had great numbers, to the point where, sometimes you have to turn people away or put them on wait lists for certain weeks out of the summer. And being able to pick up a second campsite is a huge development for the program.
It is a huge development. So this will be something we're excited for this summer. Having 2 separate spots is also kind of nerve-wracking. Well,
as an administrator, you're basically having to double your staff and double your supplies, but what a wonderful opportunity.
It's a good thing that we're going to be able to offer for the families here, because like I said earlier, with the growth that this county is going to continue to see, we need to grow with it.
Yes, absolutely. So yes, it will make this summer unlike any other that you've experienced so far.
Action-packed.
It really will. But knowing from previous summer experiences, it's going to be a summer that these children and young adults will never forget.
And that is our goal, is to make sure we provide a fun and safe environment.
And in talking about camp, there's another important aspect that's changed about it as well, and that's how you guys will be conducting your registration this year for camp.
Yes. So with the addition of online registration to Parks and Rec, we are offering a 2-part registration process. The first component will be online registration, in which families will go ahead and give us some basic information on their camper. They'll go ahead and select the weeks that they want their camper to attend Camp Will, and they'll go ahead and pay the registration fee. And then later on, we're going to offer several drop-in dates for families to come in and complete the registration process. We'll get their forms. We also will have a registration form, and for some folks, if they've been active with our program, we typically will do assessments of campers every few years. And so we'll get all the up-to-date information in the in-person drop-in dates, as well as secure the final payment for the program. So there's a couple of different ways to go about it this year, but we're hopeful that it'll be convenient to parents, and then having several drop-in days versus one day to tackle everything might make it a little bit more user-friendly.
Exactly. We'll talk about some of those dates real quickly. I know for the first step of registration, for the online registration to sign up the camper, the specific number of weeks that they would like to attend, that's going to begin at 9 a.m. on Monday, April the 4th.
Correct.
And again, this will be online registration only through our website at wcparksandrec.com. Camp is extremely popular, and you do have the added benefit of a second site this year for Camp Will, but this is a first come, first serve registration process.
And so first come, first serve, a parent or legal guardian needs to make the registration, and then families need to select the location of their choice. They can't necessarily register for 2 locations. Now, if it gets to the point where we need to be on the waiting list, families can select which weeks they would prefer to be on a waiting list on, and then we'll figure out those logistics out after registration is complete. Couple of other things to note: the registration fee for the first component of registration is $25. And then once they come in person, the final balance is based on a weekly rate of $60. So that total amount will depend on the number of weeks that people are registered for. The other thing, too, is we also offer financial aid, and so if anybody's interested in that, they can easily call the Franklin Recreation Complex and get some more information on how to go about that process.
And then the second step is the in-person drop-in dates, where you're getting more of that hard data on the campers themselves. These are times when you physically have to visit the Franklin Recreation Complex, but you and your staff have done a great job of varying these on different days of the week and times of the day to be as accessible and convenient to parents and guardians.
So we're offering 4 separate dates, but over the span of 3 weeks. So we thought, we get spring is busy, there's lots of things going on, so hopefully by spreading it out among a lot of different weeks, we'll have something available for everybody.
Wonderful. Those drop-in dates are going to take place on Tuesday, April the 12th from 5:30 to 8:30
Correct.
p.m.
And then that same week, Friday, April the 15th from 8:30 to 4.
And then the following Monday, April the 18th, again
Also
from
8:30
8:30 to 4. And wrapping it up Wednesday, April the 27th with another evening session from 5:30 to 8:30.
Right.
Campers do not need to attend
No.
these drop-in sessions, but a parent or legal guardian does have
Correct.
to finish this paperwork.
And the other thing to note too, if anybody's new to our program, we do an assessment of their child prior to registration. So that needs to actually take place before any type of registration can occur. So again, they can call the Franklin Recreation Complex and get our contact information, and we can get them all taken care of.
And that number is 615-790-5719. And the last component too, how people pay. Online registration for step 1 is going to be a credit or debit card payment.
Correct.
It is for the non-refundable $25 registration fee plus a small processing
Correct.
fee that's added for the online payment. When people come in for registration step 2 to fill out the paperwork and they pay for the number of weeks that they are registering for Camp Will, that will actually be a check payment.
Correct. Cash or check would be fine. So.
Wonderful. Well, lots of information out there, tons of
know.
things to talk about. We only have a few short minutes left, but
Okay.
one of the things that we would be remiss if we didn't bring up today is that with the inclusion of Camp Will and the expansion of the program this year, there are always a few summer opportunity or summer employment opportunities that come up.
Yes, there are. So we typically start the hiring process for Camp Well usually in March, give or take. And so we will be looking for counselors, nursing staff, therapists, you name it, we're looking for it. So we're excited to, typically we'll get some folks that return every single summer, so that's always nice, but we're always looking for new friendly faces too.
Information about summer employment opportunities will be available through our website, again at wcparksandrec.com, beginning the end of February. And more information will be provided there as well. Well, Tracy, it's never a surprise. I mean, you definitely have a busy time ahead of you. Lots of fun programs coming up this spring for therapeutic recreation participants. Again, you can get detailed information about all of the therapeutic programs that we'll be offering March, April, and May at the Franklin Recreation Complex, the Longview Recreation Center at Spring Hill, and the Williamson County Recreation Complex at Nolensville from our website, wcparksandrec.com. There's also information available from the website as well about Camp Will. We do encourage you to go online, look through that information, and then let us know if you have any specific questions. If you're new to the program or new to the area, you can call to schedule an assessment or talk to a member of our staff about the program itself. For people who have been with the camp for a long time, though, but maybe it's time to redo an assessment based on the age of their child, that's also something that you can call the facility directly to get information on as well. Well, Tracy, I want to thank you for taking the time to come in. It's been a pleasure to have you.
Thank you. Always look forward to it.
When you visit our website, also be sure to look at all the other programs and activities that the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department has going on this spring. Our newsletter can be viewed from our homepage, where you can see all different types of opportunities that we have in athletics, aquatics, general programs, seniors, as well as therapeutics. Or you can also follow us on one of our social media channels through Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and YouTube for additional information on programs, photos, and videos of all of our exciting offerings. I want to thank you guys for joining us today. We'll see you next time. And until then, remember, Williamson County, it's all about you.